Welcome, everybody. My name is Bart, um, and I'm happy to have you here, man. If somehow this video got out to you and you clicked on it, I'm gonna be talking about my crush again, okay? Jesus. Yeah, I mean, this is on my mind, okay? This is something I need to speak of, okay? So that's why this is all I make videos about, okay? So the plot thickened pretty hard. I have something crazy to say. But first, I want to share something that my algorithm on Instagram showed me, and it felt just so special. It felt like it was especially for me, man. It feels so good to see it. Check it out.
Do you have any advice for someone who also has a bit of an unrequited love theme in their life?
The one who's in love always wins.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you get your heart broken. You're living. When you're feeling, you're alive. The sun doesn't care whether the grass appreciates its rays, right? It just keeps on shining. That's you.
Just keeps on
I'm
shining.
gonna get that tattooed on my
On my
forehead.
forehead.
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you too, man.
Do you have any?
Bro, okay. Alright, so I think I watched it on repeat for like 10 times, okay? And why it feels special? Because I have felt heartbroken, okay? I literally just felt it. Um, and I was fine with it, okay? And I was fine with it. And what was so special about it? I'm gonna tell you right now, but let me just go back a little bit and tell you what happened, okay? Let me tell you what happened. So, in the previous video, I talked about how I had been rejected, not straightforwardly, but pretty much I just understood it as a rejection, and it happened. I asked her out. She haven't had time again, and it was like something that happened several times. Okay, it happened again. Okay, so that was for me a signal that I'm done. Yeah, that's what the video was called. The previous one. I'm done, bro. And yeah, and I am done, and I feel like I'm done. Okay, and I feel like I'm done. But then I came to work again Monday, Tuesday, and I felt again like there was, bro, maybe I'm misinterpreting it, okay? Because I have no idea what the fuck is going on, like relationship wise, because I was in a long term relationship, okay, for 6 years. I got out of it, and I don't understand flirt very well, okay. I don't understand it. When I was in the long term, in my in this 6 year relationship, I was so closed for other women. I remember my ex was telling me in retrospection, like that. Yeah, this girl had a thing for you for like 100%, and I was so angry for her about that at her, and I was like, "What? No way!" And I just did not catch it at all, back then. And now it's just difficult, but I feel like it is some kind of flirt. Okay, I feel like sometimes it kind of is. Maybe it's not. I don't fucking know. All right. But today is Wednesday, um, and I overheard my crush talking with some other girl, okay, at work, that she met someone like second time or something, and he brought her flowers. Um, and again, I might have misheard, okay, I might have, but it didn't feel like it, okay, it didn't feel like it, and I experienced quite heavy pain, right? I experienced quite heavy pain, but I was open for it. I was ready for it. Yeah, I was ready for it. I was open for it. And what was special about it and about this experience is that openness, is that readiness, is my attitude towards it that changed drastically, bro. That changed drastically because I felt in my body the urge to try to run away from it somehow, right? And when I was coming back from work and I was still feeling it, right, the pain, I like for some time I did listen to some really loud music, right? But I stopped it. I stopped it. I was like, I think like I'm trying to just make a noise and not feel, right? I, I feel like I need, but more importantly, I feel like I want to drive in quiet. And that's exactly what I did. And in this quiet ride, I was driving and thinking, obviously, because I have ADHD, so it's not like it's difficult for me to not to think for a long time, especially when I'm driving, especially if I'm not focusing on not thinking, right? And as in meditation or something. But I just was with my emotions, okay? I made a space for them, and what was special about it is that I I just took care of myself, and that's something that changed in me. That I take care of myself, I respect myself, I love myself, and why was that so important? Like about 10 minutes in, after I overheard them talking about this guy, yeah, I yo, and it's so shit. Like this is like, girl, why are you playing me? You're telling me that you don't have time, but then you meet with somebody else. Like this is kind of fucked up, you know. This is not a cool thing to do. Like this is lacking a lot of respect. I think I feel like I don't know if she was purely scared to tell me to hurt me, right? I understand that. Like that's something I really understand. I feel like being now not honest to not hurt somebody else's feelings. I get that, right? But that's not empathy. That's really just protecting yourself more than the other person because you're afraid of those feelings, right? But the second option is like she wanted an open gate, right? Is that is it a saying in English as well that she just wanted someone like to have me a second option or something, and both of those things are bad, are not cool, and bro, this is crazy how good I'm feeling about this, and this happened today, and that was really painful. That shit was really painful. Okay, wait, I wrote down something. Right. So I had this like thought process. Okay, like 10 minutes in after I overheard them, I started rationalizing. This is kind of my coping mechanism, but it also just feels good, obviously, because it's a coping mechanism, but it feels good to rationalize it, to think about it. And maybe, I don't know, coping mechanism sounds bad in theory, but it's for something, right? But I had this thought process like 10 minutes in. As I said in previous videos, I felt a lot like a 15-year-old next to her, right? Emotionally. And that was a big factor for my confusion because I felt like I was switching from this 15-year-old me to 25-year-old me. And the changes were pretty drastic and I was just very unstable. And and today I had this like thought process. If maybe 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 this infatuation in her, right? This crush wasn't really mine as the 25-year-old version of me. Maybe this infatuation was actually of this 15-year-old version of me, okay? And maybe all of the doubt and feeling like, bro, like we're really just not a match. Okay, we just really don't fit together. Maybe those were coming straight from the 25-year-old me, the 25-year-old mind. But I just listened to my emotions. I listened to my heart, and I don't regret a thing, because I wanted to try, and I wanted to listen to those, because those were very, very important, right? As you can maybe, as if you, if you want, you can. I mean, if you watched it, and then you know how powerful this experience of infatuation, of, I don't know if falling in love, if I can call it falling in love, but it's some sort of, yeah. Well, it was some sort of love. It was some sort of powerful emotion, okay, and that was beautiful, that was powerful, and I went with it. Like, I haven't just cut it because of the doubts I had, and I don't regret it. Yeah, that was, I needed it. I wanted it, and why my reaction to rejection and to listen to hearing what I heard today was so deeply important for me, is because I believe that this situation, this experience, was meant for me, bro. It was meant for me. I wasn't meant to be with her in an actual relationship. I was meant to be rejected. And this rejection, all of this experience, I felt like the 15-year-old, because this triggered this triggered some sort of traumas I had when I was 15-year-old, and I had crushes back then, and but back then I was depressed. I was smoking weed every day. I had almost no confidence. I was unable to speak to the woman I really liked and I wanted to speak, and I just felt really bad about myself, okay, because I wanted something. I did some steps, right, but they just really felt bad, right? They felt really bad, and I was just making myself feel worse about it, right? And then back then I felt like I shouldn't have tried, because the end result was worse than if I would just not even tried. And this experience with my crush right now, I feel like I feel like it was meant for me, because I feel like it was an opportunity for me to heal that trauma from back then. And how have I healed it? Exactly by being open for the emotions, for the pain, and by taking care of myself and by loving myself inside of this experience. And that's why also this shirt I showed you in the beginning was so nice to see, because this is exactly my attitude towards what I experienced. Like, I haven't lost anything. There is no lose in this experience. I'm so grateful for it. And the only thing I want from this experience, this relationship with this crush, is to maybe tell her one day how grateful I am. Like, even though she haven't done much, and she actually couldn't be more respectful, okay? Shit, I think that's it. Wait, I feel like, I don't know, and why I'm. Wait. And you may wonder, why the fuck am I so happy, right? About the experience, painful experience that happened today. And let me tell you, I've went with the emotions, with the experience, right, with the pain. I accepted it, and in the evening, I grabbed my boy, my son from kindergarten. We went shopping. It was really nice. It was pretty nice, man. And we came home. He was really tired, so he wanted to go to sleep early. And so I started making dinner. I made some dumplings, and I mean just boil them. Okay, I haven't just made them from scratch, and I played on some music, and I was like, what should I play? What should I play? I played some psychedelic rock, and it was special for me because I used to play some psychedelic rock, some chill psychedelic rock, back when he was months of age. Okay, so when I just started to get to know him. Okay, since he was an infant, since he was a little baby, and I used to play the kind of music and like wash him, yeah, in the evenings, and those evenings with those musics were magical for me. Were magical for me. Were full of joy. Were were full of just being kind of full of mindful experience. Just being in the moment and being so happy to getting to know my son and to making a very meaningful connection to him. And the music just made it kind of, I don't know, this music made me kind of feel free with the joy. I don't know if that makes sense. But today I played it when I was making the dinner, and I felt it. And I felt the same kind of joy I felt 3 years ago. I haven't had that in a lot of time, in a long time. And I laughed out loud with him, and I was making silly faces, and I was just kind of messing around and being silly with him, and he was laughing with me, bro. And he was so happy, and I was so happy, and bro, it was so fucking nice. I missed it. I missed it, bro. And I want to cry right now out of joy because it was beautiful, and I've like I ended up feeling so grateful because I feel like I made it possible, right? I made space for the joy exactly by making space also for the pain. And that's why I'm smiling like a fucking idiot today throughout this video, okay? Exactly because of that, because I'm just fucking grateful to be alive, bro. I'm so happy. What the fuck? Oh man, Jesus. I'm just happy because it's very counterintuitive, right? Unintuitive. You learn the theory. You learn the theory that you're supposed to feel the emotions. You're supposed to accept them, feel them, and let them go. Right? I mean, I said you learn. I mean, I learned that. Yeah, in theory. Then there's some kind of emotions happening. You let them, right, and you experience that. But when it gets serious, when their emotions start to get serious, it's really counterintuitive because you remember the theory, right? And you try to go with it, but your body is like, no, 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 no. You don't want to. You don't want to go with that, bro. You have to do it, and you have to do this, and you just go, and just go, and you just fucking do shit, and you just go crazy, bro. It's time. It's time to go crazy, man. But it turns out it's true. It turns out it's so true, bro. Just surrender. Just surrender to the feeling. Just surrender to the emotion. And just go with it, man. Just go with it, and it always go down. If you honestly sit with it, it goes away. And it makes space. And it makes space for more. For joy. For gratitude. For happiness. For love, bro. For love. This is love. This is love. Loving yourself is just letting yourself feel. In order to do that, you need to feel safe. That's something that's something I managed to acquire, to set up for myself, to feel safe with myself. Right? That was also a process, but I've managed to make a safe space for my inner teenager, inner 15-year-old me, and I was driving from my work with my car. I remember the moment I paused the music. Okay, I was like, "Fuck, this is just noise. I don't care about this music at all. This is just noise." I paused it. I was in traffic, so I just closed my eyes for a second, right? Because I was stuck, and I told myself an affirmation. I told myself many times during this past 2 years. I told myself, "You're safe here, bro. You are safe. I love you. I care for you. Feel whatever you need to feel and let it go." And it's so powerful, man. This is crazy how powerful few words can be. There are certain affirmations I do, and some of them, when I say them out loud, and this was one of them, and I felt it in my body when I said it out loud. I feel a shiver, right, going all over my body, and it happened to me a lot of times when I was sitting to make affirmations, to say affirmations. There were several that I felt like my body needed to hear the most, and there were like moments when I felt very anxious about me being a father, right? And there was an affirmation: "You are an amazing father." And I had a long period when I was saying this affirmation out loud every evening for weeks, for months, and every time I said it, I have this powerful shiver going all over my body, right? All throughout my body, and it was the most powerful one comparing to the other affirmations. So yeah, affirmations are fucking awesome, man. Shit. Yo, I just feel like having a nice drink, and I do, and just talking to somebody. So I feel like I might just call my friend and talk to him and tell him I love him. Fuck me, man. Whoever found this video and got to the end of it and just listening to me talking right now. I love you, bro. I love all of you guys. I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm excited to be sharing my story. I'm excited to be having resource, this resource of expressing myself. Even if I won't have anybody watching it, like, or just few people, few people, it's still such an important resource for me. It's still so good. Incredibly grateful. Incredibly grateful. Love you all. Gonna have a very good sleep tonight, I feel like. And I'm gonna be seeing you soon, probably. I might have my first day at a new job as a therapist. I might have a first day as a therapist soon. So I feel like there might be some stuff to talk about then as well. Yo, take care of yourself, okay? Fucking love yourself. Treat yourself right. Buy yourself flowers. I remember one last thing. I remember I was talking about my crush maybe meeting somebody else, and that I wouldn't be mad about it. And I ain't mad. Especially I heard he bought her flowers, so that's good, bro. That's nice. Okay, you better fucking buy her flowers and shit, and you better treat her right because she deserves it. But what I am mad is about about her about her keeping things, about just lying, right? About just not telling truth, and and that's it. That's it, bro. Yo, see you soon, bro.